Claude Opus 4.6 versus GPT 5.3 Codex. Who wins? You're wasting hours on code that AI could write in minutes. Every developer is making the same mistake right now. They're using the wrong AI tool for their work, and it's costing them time they'll never get back. February 5th changed everything. Two companies dropped their most powerful coding models on the exact same day. Anthropic released Claude Opus 4.6. OpenAI countered with GPT 5.3 Codex. Both claim to be the best, but only one actually wins for your work. I tested both, and the results surprised me. Over the next 10 minutes, I'm breaking down which one codes faster, which one handles complex projects, and most importantly, which one you should actually use. This wasn't just a product launch. This was a coordinated attack. Anthropic and OpenAI released at the exact same moment. Both wanted to claim victory, but here's what most people miss. These aren't chatbots. These are full coding agents that can plan, execute, and debug for hours without you touching anything. Claude Opus 4.6 brings something no other model has: agent teams. This is huge. Instead of one AI working through your code step by step, you can now spin up multiple AI agents working in parallel. Think of it like having an entire development team. One agent handles front end, another tackles back end, a third writes tests. They coordinate with each other, they share information, they work simultaneously, and they finish projects faster than any single agent ever could. Norway's Wealth Fund tested this with 40 cybersecurity investigations. They ran up to 9 agents at once, over 100 tool calls per investigation. Claude Opus 4.6 won 38 out of 40 times against the previous version. That's not a small improvement, that's a fundamental shift in capability. Here's a real example. A company called Rakuten used Claude Opus 4.6 to manage their GitHub issues. The AI closed 13 issues, assigned 12 more to the right team members, all in one day. It made both product decisions and organizational decisions. It knew when to handle things itself, and it knew when to escalate to humans. That's not just coding, that's project management. The Agent Teams feature is currently in research preview. You enable it through Claude Code. Once you set it up, the AI breaks down complex tasks, spawns 2 to 5 agents. Each gets its own context window and workspace. They communicate through a shared task system. The other massive upgrade is the context window, 1 million tokens. That's your entire code base at once, no more losing track. The full context stays active. Claude sees all the dependencies, relationships, and edge cases when making changes. Now let's talk about GPT 5.3 Codex, where Claude focuses on parallel work and massive context. OpenAI went for speed and autonomy, 25% faster than its predecessor. You feel it when you use it. The benchmark numbers back this up. 77.3% on Terminal Bench 2.0, that's terminal commands, file operations, Git workflows, everything developers do daily. Claude scored 65.4%. That's a 12-point difference you notice in real use. OpenAI also added mid-turn steering. You can interrupt the model while it's working, give new instructions, change direction. It adapts without losing progress. This is massive for iterative work, like working with a human developer who can pivot instantly. Here's where it gets interesting. GPT 5.3 Codex was the first model that helped create itself. Early versions debugged their own training runs, managed their own deployment, analyzed their own evaluation results. The team building it said this changed everything. They moved faster than they ever had before. The model accelerated its own development. That's not just impressive, that's a preview of where this technology is heading. But there's a trade-off. Some developers report that while Codex is fast, it sometimes struggles with deep architectural work. It excels at quick fixes, isolated features, straightforward implementations, but when you need it to reason across multiple files with complex dependencies, Claude's massive context window gives it an edge. Let me share what actual developers are saying. One engineer spent 48 hours testing both, built 18 applications. His conclusion: Claude won every test that mattered. Production, ready code consistently. GPT 5.3 Codex had file handling and authentication issues. Another team found Claude has a higher ceiling for hard problems, more creative, better at exploring ambiguous requirements, but higher variance. Sometimes report success when it failed. GPT 5.3 Codex is steadier, more predictable, better for autonomous execution. The benchmarks show different strengths. Claude leads on reasoning, 79.4% on SWE Bench Verified, 77.3% on GPQA Diamond, 85.1% on MMLU Pro. Complex logic and deep analysis favor Claude. GPT 5.3 Codex wins on speed benchmarks, terminal bench, 64% on OS World, fast execution, and autonomous loops favor Codex. It catches more bugs and finds more vulnerabilities, multi agent workflows for complex projects, website redesigns, full stack features, large refactors. GPT 5.3 Codex is better for quick bug fixes. Speed advantage is real time collaboration. Mid turn steering feels like pair programming, building new features from scratch with clear requirements, CLI automation, and terminal work now, cost and access. Claude Opus 4.6 is available now. Claude AI API, all major cloud platforms. $5 per million input tokens, $25 per million output tokens. Same pricing as before. GPT 5.3 Codex works through paid ChatGPT plans, plus at $20 monthly, Pro at $200. Available in Codex app, CLI, IDE extensions, and web, but API access isn't live yet. Coming soon, no pricing announced. If you need API integration now, Claude is your only option. Claude works in Claude Code, Windsurf, and Cursor. GPT 5.3 Codex integrates with VS Code, Cursor, and GitHub Copilot. Let me give you the bottom line. Neither model wins at everything. They have different strengths. The smart play is using the right tool for each job. Use Claude Opus 4.6 for maximum reasoning power, massive code bases, multiple agents on parallel tasks. When code quality matters more than speed, use GPT 5.3 Codex for fast execution, quick fixes, real-time steering, strong terminal capabilities, predictable autonomous work. Many developers use both. Claude for architecture and complex refactors, Codex for daily tasks and quick implementations. This multi-model approach gives you the best of both. Here's what I'm seeing. These releases mark a shift. We're moving beyond models that answer questions. We're entering AI that does complete work, maintains context over hours, makes decisions, catches its own mistakes. The competition is intense, and that's great. Every release pushes the other to respond. We get better tools, faster, more features. This pace isn't slowing down. The practical takeaway: don't get locked into one tool. Stay flexible, learn both platforms, use them strategically.